Okay, so I've got two things going on today. First of all, the Olympus 75mm f1.8 lens on the camera, the Olympus E-M1 Mark III, using the phone again to control the camera, and so I can see where I'm at, because it's just a pretty small field of view. And also the new Godox MoveLink 1, I think that's what they call it, MoveLink M1. It does have its own microphone. I'll do a separate video about this. Hopefully I can get this connected again before, so I don't, without turning anything off. Okay, so I'll do two things. First, autofocus test, and again the focus is set to AF focus for video is set to +1, which is the fastest. So if I move out of the frame, you should see it change quickly. Move back into the frame. Right now, you see how I'm framed here. I'm about, let's say, probably 12 feet or so from the camera. And I gave myself enough room to walk back here so I can go a little pretty far back and still be in line of sight of the camera. And first of all, I'm not sure if my connection to the phone will stay good or if it'll just get really slow. But anyway, so we'll check to see how far I can go back with the audio, and hoping that I don't lose my link to the phone. So I'm just going to walk backwards so the microphone has a line of sight to the camera. And we'll, again, check the focus on this. Right now, I am about, I'd say probably a good 30 feet from the camera. Again, this is like a 150mm equivalent lens. So times 2, so that's 150mm, and 1.8, that's like 3.6, so it's like a 150mm 3.6 aperture equivalent lens for full frame. Seventy, 75 feet from the camera. Really strange going on was. Looks like I'm starting to lose my connection to the camera. So the other thing is, just want to see if the audio. So let me move a minute just in case the audio had cut out already. On the unit here, which I believe means it's always connected. If it's not blue, then I think, if it's like an amber color, then I think we have a problem. But I've seen people turn around and walk away doing a range test on this. But I think the idea is to have it line of sight. You don't want to have your body between the transmitter and the receiver. So let's move back. First of all, again, I don't know if this is using face detect when I'm controlling the camera. Pick me up well. So if I go out of the frame, again, the farther I get, monitoring. All right, I'm not in focus there, clearly. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, now I'm in focus. I think we've done, well, actually, let me get a little bit closer. Just go from waist up. I'll do that. I think I'll lose my link to the camera phone, and I won't be able to see what's going on anymore. So there we go. Go out of the frame on this side. Back in. Now I'll turn my back to the camera also. There we go. The what I'm seeing on my phone is a little jumpy, so its connection is not all that great right now between the camera and the phone. Not sure why it's so slow. I can't even see myself now on the camera or on the phone here. Right here we go. Unless I was just too close and wasn't in frame yet. Okay, let's check from behind. And I'll move out of the has a little bit. There we go. There we go. It's really hard to tell what's going on with this because this link is it's getting better right now. If I go farther back, and I never normally be any farther than this distance from the camera. I'm probably about 15 feet from it right now. So if I was going to use this lens to record a video, I would probably be no farther than this, again, around 15 feet. Obviously the wireless audio would be fine. You can see a little blue light there probably. And the video looks good on my phone as far as the refresh rate. Let me just go on back. I think that's enough. I'm going to go pretty far back and I'm just going to kind of watch the transmitter and see if that light turns amber, like if it loses its connection. There should be actually hard to I'm going to say at least a little farther back. Again, remember this is 150 milliamp equivalent, so I still see on the camera. Fortunately, it still has a connection to the camera, but it's like really. There I go. Seeing myself. So I'm. I am really far from the camera. If you still hear this, let's see. It's probably, I'm going to guess 150 feet or so. I mean, it's pretty far. I'm surprised actually still. I still have a blue. Oh, I'm starting to get the. When you can the E-M1 with the phone, like I said in the past, drops your frame rate down to 30 frames per second. It drops the quality of the video, and you're stuck with something like a good quality 1080 or 1080 30p. So anyway, not ideal. I'm not sure why they do that. My Nikon ZFC and my Z7 don't do that, and I believe the Z5 that I had, which I sold, didn't do that either. When you control the phone, it doesn't on the Nikon, it doesn't drop your video. Well, come on, focus. Where are you? There we go. Let's check my neckline. See if the barber did a good job. Looks like it. Okay. Well, as you can see, this lens, beautiful. I'm going to do another video, separate video about the lens itself and the Godox MoveLink M1. I think the only difference between the M1 and the M2, the M2 you get two transmitters, I believe. One receiver, two transmitters. With the M1 you get basically the same thing, except for you just get one transmitter. But it's really nice. It gives you really good quality corded lav mic. And this, what I mean by good quality, it's a really good quality cord on this. Some of them I've seen are really tiny, really thin, super cheap cord on it, but this one's really good quality. And I'm just really impressed with how small these are. Obviously this is kind of a knockoff of the Rode Wireless Go. Kind of a similar shape, and the back of them you have a clip that you can clip onto your pocket or shirt or something, but it's also the same shape that would fit in a cold shoe, hot shoe. So like on my camera is actually sitting, it's slid into the hot shoe on the camera, and then the little wire from the receiver into the microphone jack on the side of the camera. So that's just wanted to do a little fun video here just to test the focus with this lens in video, and to see what the bokeh looks like. Beautiful. As I was saying about this lens, really makes beautiful images. The bokeh is just outstanding. It's just buttery smooth and creamy. The background blur, it's at f1.8. I believe I already said that. But I do have a photo gallery with images from this lens. I had it in the past on a GH5, Panasonic GH5. So this is time I bought it from Japan, used, $440 or somewhere in that price range. And the MoveLink M1 from Godox, which is, Godox again is well known for making flash units. It's about $130, I think. So really happy with the price on this. That's actually great. And it's really happy with the size of these. It's great, and has a USB port on each one for charging. It's built-in battery. You don't have to worry about changing batteries or anything. All right, so that's it. Thanks for patience and watching. Let's do a quick video test here. Let's keep my face in there, see if it focuses quicker on my face. Let's move that down. Again, I can't tell if this is actually using face tracking, face detect autofocus, or if it's using just some kind of auto area focus, because I don't see a face tracking box, but it just may not be displayed when you're doing it this way. But I tend to thinking it's using some kind of a auto area, but it could be face detect, because it seems to pick up quicker when I come back into the frame if I'm turned towards my face is visible. Yeah, see, it just transitions a lot quicker if I'm facing the camera, so face is visible. And just turn my back to it, and so I come back in. It does eventually transition, but it's a little slower. All right, well, I think that's it. Thanks for watching.